Hello everyone and welcome to the Commando cast. I'm Andrew.
And I am Mike, and today we're going to go over how our limited infinite went. I hope you guys are excited about it because it was a lot of fun.
All right, guys, welcome back. So it is release day today, the day we are releasing this. So Mike and I are shooting this a couple days before, and Mike was literally in the break just asking me, why are we not opening a box on stream right now?
Yeah.
And the answer is, our LGS still does not have product yet.
Yes, it's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. So, and they're supposed to get it tomorrow, and it'll all be there in time for the simultaneous worldwide release, which is awesome. And Mike told me we weren't going to go into dropping bombs till later, but we're going to do it. People have been opening packs online and posting them online.
Yeah.
Simultaneous worldwide release. And
I don't even know what to say.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't fault those people for opening it.
Yeah, I'd open it. If I had a pack right now, if I was able to walk into a store and buy a box, I would totally buy it right now. But so what do you think? I guess why is this happening? And has it happened before? Am I like, wait, does it just feel bad because it's the last set, or what's going on?
I think yes to all of it. Like,
okay.
I think it has happened before, but I think people generally keep it quiet, and I think now people have been waiting so long and they're so excited they don't care.
Right.
I know one guy who had posted on the Facebook earlier, like, I called him out in not him, but like, right. I was like, it's kind of BS like this happens.
Right.
And he was just like, well, I'm opening it for my store to sell singles. I'm like, all right, maybe true, maybe not.
Sure.
Way to throw that in the disclaimer, like that was smart. And it may be true, but like, because I know that you guys, when you used to be with that other organization, you guys would open packs early to build your Saga sets.
We would have had them last Thursday already.
Well, in previous.
Right. And we would have been opening already and being able to get our pre-orders made and actually start shipping, because you'd have people who buy boxes and want them on release date. So you want those on Monday or Tuesday, so you can get them to the customer on Friday. So they're incentivized to order from you, and this kind of makes it.
Yeah, and that's why I don't know generally across the board what's happening with Asmodee's distribution, because this stuff's been on the shelf. Like, we know the stuff's been on the shelves for 2 months. So like, why? Like, I figured this one was going to show up like last week.
Yeah. Why is it so tight if they've had it for months?
That's
I don't understand.
What I'm
asking. It's like,
it
just doesn't make any sense. But
so I mean, again, it is what it is, and we're gonna get it.
Sure.
Or already have gotten it.
Well, yeah. Some guys in Vegas were rubbing boxes on their groin and stuff like already. Like, that was like what, a month? How long ago was that? Like
LVO
a month and a half?
Yeah. No, over 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
at the point that this airs, Amy and I will have already cracked our 1201 pickup boxes from Gongai, right? And hopefully get that video up later today, or later
in the future.
In the future.
Correct. Yeah.
Anyway, so I didn't want to spend too much time on that, but it's like, we've been waiting so long, and then we're almost here, but other people are getting it, so the worldwide release didn't matter.
There's going to be this moment on Friday. And by the way, happy anniversary, Robin. We'll have been married 16 years today.
Still got 2 days to make it, man.
Yeah. But when you watch this, it's our anniversary, and I think I'm going to take her out for a nice dinner, and then we're going to come home and open CM packs.
I bet she can't wait for
that. Oh, yeah. I'm all about the romance.
Bet she can't wait for dessert.
Right. So, like, I've been waiting. It feels like a lifetime for these cards, right? And I love opening boxes and packs, and I'm going to open these, and there's going to be some kind of sweet sorrow, right? With opening, like this will be the last. This is it.
The last unboxing.
Yeah. This is it. This is the moment, and it feels. I'm excited at the same time. I'm kind of like, damn, like all the things that could have been, and maybe still will be, but it is a little bittersweet for me. I'll say that.
Yeah. All right, but to that end, the things that can be, we in the last cast we announced the limited spoke about the limited infinite that we're running locally. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, is how that went, right? So we ran that on Monday night, which was a couple days ago. Like you said, everybody I think had a good time. But again, was it because that was a good design? Was it just because it was something new and we haven't had anything new in a long time? So what do you think?
So I think it was good. I think that in 6 months it's going to be completely degenerate.
Agreed.
And it will probably be less fun, but right now it's kind of new. And everyone was trying some not new weird stuff, but like going back to try some old favorites, like you brought Cad Bane and Phasma, which is like that's your favorite deck,
my old deck,
right? Yeah, that's your deck. So I think there's a lot of cool things happening. I will tell you one thing: the speed of the old game, like the action sheeting of the old game that we were kind of sour on, if my memory serves me right, sure felt freaking good. And I think there's a lot of like stuff that happens now that I feel like with action cheating back in the game, because we're playing Infinite, it really kind of eliminates some of those problems. Like a mill right now feels really bad. Like it feels like it would be hard.
You mean in Infinite?
In Infinite, yeah. Right? Yeah, because you can get blazed down. I don't know if you put at this point the video may be up. You and I play in a match.
No, yeah, it won't be up until Monday.
Yeah, and there's some high rolling stuff happening that where it's like I have a plan and I'm on schedule to win this game, or you're on schedule to win the game, and then your opponent rolls in and just takes you off that schedule. And I feel like in our current game, it's much more strategic, where you can kind of see who's going to win relatively early on. Mm-hmm. There's also so much removal with an infinite package to go through.
Infinite removals.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. We talked a little bit about after the fact. We want to discuss like what worked, what didn't work. We had a lot of banter back and forth. The removal felt at times really maybe overtly strong. That in our current standpoint right now, it feels like, and I played Yellow Hero. Right now in standard, Yellow Hero has only a couple blowout cards, right? One cost easy pickings is real strong, right? And Entangle is strong, but it has a limited cost too, which makes it hard like for you to play anything. When you're able to add blowout cards from multiple sets together, it feels like that might become a problem too.
Sure.
Like we're able to just shut someone out completely. Right, and they don't get to play the game because you're able to remove everything. So I'm a little worried about that.
You shut them off completely. I mean, you still have only 5 cards in your hand. But I understand what you're saying.
I think you have to be, and for those of you that are going to try this format, you do have to play differently. Like you can't play like you've always played, because you have to play around 1,500 cards. Well, I don't know if that's...
So that begs the question, though. Do you actually play around certain cards? I mean, so yes, it's 1,500 cards, but the card pool still... Like, there's still cards that aren't going to ever show up. Right. And there's still cards that are going to elevate themselves. Like, I was surprised I didn't see 1 Overconfidence on Monday.
Well, there wasn't a lot of blue.
That's true.
There wasn't a lot of blue. But if I had like
everyone was real excited to get their ambush guns back.
Yes, correct. Yeah, it was all holdout blasters and X8s all day,
yeah.
and LL30s in Andrew's case. Yeah. Like it was, those guns are so good. Like it's so funny how much like blue sticks has overriding into redeploys, and we don't get that. Like the gun players, like they don't. There's just not much. I mean, Jin's blasters 3. There's not a lot.
A300 Donderbus.
Yeah. Those. I mean,
Grievous Striker.
Those are not half as good.
Yeah, no.
right. But yes. So it felt good to get some of those toys back, and we were talking. I was talking with someone else about how good Raylo is going to be in this next standard meta. Mm-hmm. They're getting all these new cards, and it might be really hard to deal with. And I was my mind's a little bit on Infinite. And I was like, man, like Raylo is on this schedule, right? Because it just grinds you out with these little mini actions, but actions 1, action 2, action 3, and I'm gonna play with my shields. And man, if I just action sheet out and just like wreck your shields, I mean, in the current meta, there's not many decks that can do that. Really, it's droids, right? Is the only one that really plays that way. And now we had someone who ran Kira and Finn. Mm-hmm. I was running Han and Old Man Han and Spirit of Rebellion Chewie with Valor's Tribe, which
real good,
right? Yeah. So like everyone was like, you could just play like so many different versions, and we haven't even added pilots yet, right? Which is going to allow like action cheaty vehicles into the mix. So pretty excited.
Yeah, we'll see that Hera Han Falcon deck.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty exciting. So and speaking of, like, I got a chance to play, because what we said was If you wanted to play your CM cards that you received in Las Vegas, you were allowed to. Which we had one player who was like, "Please come play." So we were like, "Yeah, fine." And then we allowed anyone else to proxy non-dice cards in there, which I don't think anyone really took advantage of.
You did.
I borrowed Derek's Valorous Tribe.
But
yeah, that was
either way.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But it's funny because Derek was like, "Please, please, let me play my CM cards. I want it so bad," and then like he didn't even play.
Right. It's like, well, that's Magic.
Stupid Commander. I hate you, Commander. It's so stupid.
So, okay. So, yeah, as far as then modifications to our holocron, our own personal holocron, the hashtag holocron, the awesome cron.
Right, awesome cron. I really foresee...
Megacron. Oh, it's totally Megacron. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I approve. Megacron it is. I think Sith holocron is going to be a problem. And some of our internal discussion is whether it should be on the restricted interactions list or whether it should be simply limited to a single copy, or if you really piss us off, you get the both treatment, right?
Well, you and I were talking that night. You might have forgotten about this because we had like 19 conversations about it, but we may just change holocron altogether.
Oh yes, that I remember that. Yeah,
right.
Like errata.
It goes back to your deck and only reduces cost. I mean, we're not saying we have a solution, right?
We do
like options to fix are it could go back to your deck. The special could cost $1.
Right. That's interesting too.
Special could cost $1. Well, that's still a huge value for Deathfield, but right, go back to your decks. Cost it because Jedi Holocron's really bad, but it bounces back to your deck, or it can reduce cost by 2. Or something like that, right?
So, the reason we're even discussing this, just so you know, Sith Holocron is a card from Awakenings that when you roll it's a 0 cost equipment. When it rolls a special, you may replace the card with a force ability, a blue ability in your hand with it, and then you may spend $1 to then roll that ability into the pool. Right. So back in the day when the card was created, the 2 Boogie Men cards that you played with it were Mind Extraction and Force Throw.
Mind Probe.
Mind Probe. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And so those were the 2 bad cards, right? And they were game-changing.
It was
cards.
mostly Mind Probe.
Yeah. Mind Probe was the busted, like it could do 5 damage, right? That was like it was.
Could you put it on the Tusken, right? And that's the other real problem with this card is it allows you to get blue abilities on characters that can't normally hold blue abilities because it's not a play, it's a replace.
Right. And I like Django. Like I already built a Django Asajj with Holocron. With Holocron, yeah. So back then, the most value it could get for you was 4. Right? You played 0. You had to burn the die, and then if you wanted the ability in, you spent a resource, right? So technically it's 3 or 4, but really it's 4, right? That was the most value it could give you. Now, though, there are multiple targets, right? We're talking. Sheehan is 4 cost. Deathfield is a 5 cost. Force Storm is a
4 cost.
4, yeah. So there's so many different targets for it, and these targets.
Not to mention a whole 9 sets worth of 3s.
Right, yeah. And there's stuff now that when we play it as abilities, it has a serious effect on the game. Like I'm thinking of Neiman Mastery, right? Yeah. That has and then what's the one that removes the damage die? It's got it's a mastery.
The one with Luminar on
it. Yeah. You know. We'll put it up. Sorry. Anyway, so there are so many like different targets for it that when we set out to make the list of restricted or interaction, what it was is the whole point of it was if a card is by future sets has been made infinitely better than it was when it was designed, it may need to be limited. Right? That was the idea behind it. So this one solidly falls in the realm of that. And I know we have some friends that have been playing around with our format, and they built a Palp deck, right, with Holocron and Deathfield in our format, right, and then they were playing Deathfield with Palp in Standard, and it was a problem, right. So imagine what it would be like.
Because remember, it bounces back to your hand, and it's a 0 cost. So what do? You immediately play it,
right? Yeah.
So
super good.
It's real good, yeah. And because on Palp, we have 20 abilities in your deck. 18 abilities in your deck. Yeah.
I know for Infant, for me, like it makes me want to run. It makes me want to run cards that can remove upgrades.
Well, there's Rend too. Let's not forget about
Rend. Vandalize is the one because I was playing Yellow Hero. Like so, Vandalize would be really good, right? I'm gonna just pay 1 and remove 0 dice and take your 0 cost.
A card you could have played in Han Chui actually is Convergence. I mean, it's not great value, but
is it the 2 cost, right? Yeah. So that's probably after playing. And it's funny because I don't think anyone even played it, but it was more just like us on paper. And
everyone was pretty well behaved, but almost everybody came in there with like a broken deck that they wanted to build, but they didn't. Yeah. And that's, I think, the dangerous part of this, right? Like, what was the one that somebody pointed out? It was old Phasma and Daka,
right?
To give all of the Night Sister zombies Guardian.
That's
so good.
Yeah, a great idea. Sounds unfun, but
and at the same time, I've heard some people out there and be like, "We need to reduce the points on old Daka," and I was like, "I agreed, but not anymore."
Because could you like those zombies a lot of times don't really do anything except like you can't even assign Indra to them, right? So they're just on your card play unless you're running the curses. So
they only live to die,
right? To give them Guardian is that's rough. Like I'll just be over here action cheating. Thanks. Like that's you're gonna.
Well, yeah, and I mean that's true. That may not even end up being that. I mean, because everybody's action cheating, but unless you're resolving, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, I mean, we'll have to watch. Were you happy with the way that the lists functionally worked? I mean, to be fair, we didn't do any deck checks or anything. Right?
Yeah, we didn't do any deck checks. I was pretty happy. I will say this. There was someone who was relatively new to our group into the format, and I know he had a couple feel bad moments like in that night, and
just because didn't know what the cards do, or
I think a lot of it was that, and just less experienced, and even me, I had to read something. I'm like, what's that do? Because it's been so long since I've seen it. So, as much as I want this format to be welcoming, because you're broadening the card pool, it's going to open up some pretty broken stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And that could chase away some newer players that I really don't want. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. So I don't know how to deal with that necessarily, but I mean, he was playing Big Phasma and Mauler Mythal, which I think is cool.
And then AR? Phasma's 15, Muller's 12.
No, big 21-point Phasma. Yeah. So it was. I didn't mind. I thought it was cool. Like it was neat and everything. But that deck is so pickable. Like at my first round, I played 2. I picked him for 8 damage.
Yeah, we should give him a Mud Trooper or something so that he can play her with Retribution.
Yeah. So that part I was like, because Retribution is what really makes her like. I think that's what makes her sing. Like, it's so good in that deck. So, anyway, I want to avoid that going forward. I don't know how to do it because I don't want to tell people more cards they can't play. I want people to be creative, but I'm hoping people use their good judgment and don't get too nutty.
Well, I mean, that's bound to... It only takes one time, right? Somebody shows up with a killer deck, and then everyone's like, all right, gloves are off.
Yeah, gloves are off, yeah.
But, I mean, if that's collectively, right, it is, like, again, Mike and I aren't trying to be draconic about it, right? If that's what the community wants that night to become may as well be Magic Night, right?
Bring your most busted stuff.
Then, I mean, if that's what the community wants, then that's what the do.
And I have to adjust my thinking as well. Like, if I'm not going to if it falls into that and I'm not going to bring that deck, I have to be okay with dropping 2 games and then trying to win you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to, like, I'm fun hanging out with my friends and playing, and I don't have to win. I think if I put myself in that mindset, maybe it will keep me from wanting to build one of these, letting my imagination do bad stuff.
Yeah. No, that's fair. So, okay, good. Well, yeah, so we just wanted to give an update on that. I know a lot of people, and we'll check in from time to time on how that's going. I have been just buried the last 2 weeks or so. I haven't had time to actually develop that document, but I'm going to make a full holocron document, and we'll put it on a shareable file so that everybody can see it. That may take me time to actually find the time to do it, but I'll get it out there.
Yeah, well, I know you'll have nothing but time for the rest of your life now that you're having a child.
Well, actually, I do think that having to stay home and take care of him will actually help a little bit in terms of giving me time.
That's true. Yeah.
So, as opposed to always having someplace to be.
Right.
So, Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So with CM dropping today,
Yeah.
looking 2 days ahead,
Right.
now that you've probably already opened your oh no, I said you're going to do them tonight.
Yeah, I'll do them tonight.
So
Right,
what
over
are
a
you,
bottle of Pinot.
what are you, how many are you getting?
So I ordered 3 boxes,
Okay.
which has been kind of my standard, 3 boxes, and then I hope to supplement what I get with our drafting.
Right.
And I think we're drafting the next 2
No,
weekends.
we're going to take one. Well, I have not yet confirmed this with Gone Guy, but my plan was to draft weekend 0,
Okay.
launch weekend.
Right.
Week 1 would be an actual tournament, and then week 2 we would draft again.
Are you doing I noticed you had a release event for Friday night.
Yeah, so release event is come pick up your boxes, we'll all draft, and then that's when we do our community snake draft. The Saturday event is the keep draft.
Okay.
We have to do both because there's some people that are like, why are you doing a snake draft? And there's other people who are like, well, I don't like keep draft, I like snake draft. So we do them both ways.
It's funny because I'm a big snake draft. I hate keep draft, but I can't
I like the
draft
snake
Friday
as well.
night. Yeah,
we
I
have a
want
subset
cards,
of the
so.
community that will like throw themselves down. No,
Mostly it's because I have terrible luck when I'm opening packs. So a keep draft is like...
well, and it's the reason that there's 2 reasons that we like the snake draft idea, right? And just for those of you who don't know what a snake draft is the person who wins the tournament. So all of the cards, all of the dice cards are laid out on a table at the end. The person who gets first place gets the first pick, all the way down to the person who gets the last place in order. But then the person in last place gets to go again and then go back up the chain.
Right.
So it forms a snake, for lack of a better term. And the really nice thing about that is it makes sure that everybody has the opportunity to leave with at least a legend, or has the opportunity to leave with a legendary if they so choose. There's a lot of times in this set where the garbage legendaries don't get picked until like round 3, because other people want the Death Troopers or the Muddy or the Trandoshans or whatever.
Yeah, those cards will be super hot this time, right?
So, but that's the other nice thing, right? Is if Mike opens 4 of one card and has 0 of another card, he can target that card during the snake draft, and then other people can grab the other thing. And in theory, the community will balance out because we will have, cost averaged it out. Right?
It also rewards someone who's what I like about the snake draft.
That was number 2.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, yeah.
So
rewards play.
Yeah, it rewards good play. So it rewards me for drafting stuff that's effective as opposed to stuff that is maybe expensive. I've played in keeper drafts where I'm sitting next to the person and they just keep something for no. I mean, they keep it because it's worth $25,
right? Which is fine, right. But that's why they showed up, right? And what we have found sometimes is that the people who show up to those won't even play, right? They'll just come, they'll draft, they might play around, and then be like,
drop,
right? Because like that wasn't their objective of coming, was to outsmart everybody and make money, right? As opposed to actually play the game. Which again, that's fine. That's a way a lot of games do it. And more power to you. Yeah. As long as you're buying from the LGS, I'm on board with it.
It does add a significant amount of time to pricing, but I feel like it's well worth it.
And that's why we do it. I think it works well on release day, and we'll only do one of those, right? Although actually we may snake draft the second, because then actually I think we'll snake, if we do a second weekend, we'll snake draft, because that'll help people round out their collections. Yeah. And the people who wanted the keep draft already got it out of their system, so we'll definitely do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So ship that. But I do need to talk to Ganga and confirm that. But cool. I do want to have a tournament in between. Mm-hmm. Plus, then we're going to be closing in on Prime Prep.
Oh my gosh! Oh jeez!
Right, because that's coming up April 6th or
7th.
4th. All right, in that range. Yeah. First weekend-ish of April.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I'm totally not going to be ready for. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be ready for that.
Just roll 5 Dev Villain. You know you're going to.
Okay, I will.
You know you're going to. Mike's come full circle. He started off with 5 Dev Villain and back to 5 Dev Villain.
Yeah. Pretty excited about that deck. Looks like it could be strong.
Well, there's a lot of different variants of it, which is what I like. So, game changers.
I really want to play Boba and Django. Like, I know the chances of me getting 2 Bobas and 2 Slave ones is
3 boxes.
Almost nothing. I mean, the chances are going to be really slim. So, that's just because I actually got the foil. The ones from Worlds. I actually got foil of both.
Django and Boba.
Yeah, like, so I've been kind of wanting to play those.
And you got me a foil Boba.
I did, yeah. So that Slave 1 with them is stupid.
Yeah, like with both of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be, because when we found out you could pilot even a vehicle that's already been activated, it's like 2 damage around. Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's cool. So I'm personally, we've got a list between the two of us, but we also got 3 boxes. So, we'll expect our list to get about half filled out, and then we'll try to fill out the rest with trades or whatnot over the next couple weeks. But more, I personally care more about the non-uniques than I do any legendaries.
Yeah,
I do want Boba.
Right. I'm sure, obviously I like to have death fields, but I don't know if I would actually play it. I
think it'd be very hard. I'm torn on death field. Right. So if I open a death field or a Bane, I'm probably going to turn right around and sell it because it's going to be worth so much money.
Right.
On the flip side, I would be afraid that I'm never going to be able to get them back.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to be willing to drop $50 for a death field. So I'm kind of torn. Right.
And the problem, because of the way Bane is, you're going to want to run 2, right?
You have to.
You have to. So if you get one, you keep it, then you're going to have to probably acquire another one if you get super lucky. I think if you get 2 in your 3 boxes, I would, if it were me, I'm just
either one of them.
I just keep them.
You just
right.
go all in.
If I get one though, out of the 3 boxes, I'll probably move it.
But you know what always happens is you sell it the day you ship it. You go to the tournament and then you open 2 packs and you open your other one.
Right, yeah, it's
just world karma.
That happens to me a lot.
But I'm more interested in I know 5-die Death Trooper is not going to be as good as the Trandoshan version, but I still want my 5 Death Troopers, and I'm not going to get that in 3 boxes.
Dude, 5 Death Troopers is going to be hard.
It's not going to happen in 3 boxes, right? That's going to be
I wonder if this will be fodder. You think this will be over $10?
I think it'll be a $12 card. I think it'll be where that's where the TIE fighters were.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So that's what I'm basing that off of. And again, we're in a different market, and there's product shortage, but short run concerns, right?
They're not going to reprint
this. The difference between why I'm saying that is significant. We do not currently have product shortage, but we know we have a short run. Right. So
there's a finite number of this product.
Correct. And and we did hear. So I know I took some flack for the. So let me just say, the whole meme of Mike holding his head was. I got a great snapshot of Mike holding his head and doing a Captain Picard facepalm, and I wanted to make a meme.
Right.
So I chose the quickest thing I could think of and posting it. Right. What we've learned since, right, on the actual product shortage thing is that the East Coast is on allocation-ish, meaning there's a couple locations that haven't gotten enough because they are short on the East Coast. The West Coast has plenty of stuff,
right,
but until release day and all the orders are shipped out, Alliance is not going to rebalance the 2 coasts.
Correct. Yeah.
So there's plenty of product to go around, at least for the moment, in the U.S. However, they are short on product on the East Coast.
And that maybe just be the sheer number of stores
Correct.
per capita, right? Or not per capita, but just per
or
state.
Just original pre-order planning, or however it turned out, right? That's where all of the discussions of early allocation came from, was the East Coast, because they always move faster on the news, plus they're 3 hours ahead, right? So the early news came there on allocation, but everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything is fine.
Yeah. How are you?
How are you?
So anyway, that was the origin of that. I'm sorry if I rubbed anybody the wrong. Actually, I'm not.
Yeah,
I was just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Chill.
I thought it was fun.
Chill out, people.
Yeah.
Well, it was you. Anyway, so I wasn't trying to cause fake panic on that, but back to Death Troopers. That's just what I'm basing it off of. Is TIE fighters were in that 12 to 15 range, so I imagine the Death Troopers will be. Death Troopers, I think, will be the highest of them in the end, or at least the one to maintain its value the longest, I think. Because a lot of people are going to want to run I've seen Death Trooper Kragan. I've seen Death Trooper Trandoshan, and usually you're running more Death Troopers than Trandoshans. The muddy Trandoshan version I have is 4, and the deadly Trandoshan's 4 Trandoshans, 1 Death Trooper. But the Death Troopers run really well, even if you want to run 5-day Death Trooper, they run pretty well into that. So I think the Death Troopers they'll probably all be about 12 to 15, but I think that the Death Trooper will hold its value longer.
Okay. Yeah,
but that's the only one I need. 5.
I'm really looking forward to not having enough of those. I'm really excited about not getting because
of all the non-uniques, right?
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. That's gonna be that's
everyone's going for them.
I remember asking for some. Well, I think Across the Galaxies, I was really low on. I just did not get a lot of Across the Galaxies, but I remember having to someone just finally gave me a Sentinel Messenger.
Well, that was Convergence.
Was it
came out in the same set?
I remember just not ever having one. I'm why do I not have this die? Why do I not have this die? I don't understand. What's my problem? So I'm terrible at collecting those, but I really I want them. I want them so I can put them, because at 11 points it opens up so many different possibilities for deck building.
Right. That's this is really a game. It's really is a game changing set, and we've talked about this before. They are game changers, but just the sheer number of pairings that you can make, taking the same character at 8 or 11. You're playing these guys as if they are elite characters,
right?
And the fact that you can, if you need to, put 2 of them together in there, just blows the top off of our deck building possibilities, and it's super exciting.
It's a shame that they, but we want to have like more of that. It kind of reminds me of the mods. Like remember, like they were hot on mod, like the one set of mods, and then just like never appeared.
Well, but we could. I think we could very easily see non-uniques. Well, we would design those. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll design mods too. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, so I think we talked about Infinite, talked about what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's listening to us while you're cracking packs.
Yeah.
Probably not on the East Coast because this comes out at 4 a.m. on the East Coast. But and it's already a day after if you're listening to us in New Zealand or Australia or something like that. And if it's in Germany, if you're in Germany, I think it's like late Friday night. So you probably have already opened your pack. So anyway,
and just enjoy your friends this weekend. Enjoy this kind of last like the pack opening, and for goodness sakes, man, go to your store and roll some dice. Like that's just like this is we're breathing some rarefied air right now, like with this like coming out and being gone. So please take it, enjoy yourself. Don't worry about the bad stuff. I know sometimes we get a little angsty, but enjoy this part. This is great times. Imagine if we had this in October, like, or November, like it would, but at the same time, here it is, and we're here, and just go out and play with your friends.
Yep. Sounds like good advice to me. So anyway, everyone, enjoy release day and go Commando.
Go Commando.
In partnership with We Tabletop, the event directory for tabletop gamers.